Wrap. And I am Sandy Maxx, live at Summerfest, broadcasting live inside the Pella Windows and Doors trailer here. I'm very happy to be here and watching people walk by. Here's a fella with fried egg shorts who is, thank you very much, kind sir, who has just handed me a teeny tiny bunny charm. People are full of kindness. You never know what to expect at Summerfest. And then you see people strolling by with cans of Miller Lite and Lineys, and that is what you can expect. But we have lots of food and beverage choices this year. Summerfest kicked out the jams. They elevated their food and beverage game. More than 100 new food and beverage items across the grounds. And the biggest trends this year, I love that we're leaning into our identity for our local population, but also people who are visiting Summerfest, the world's largest music festival. The biggest trends, Wisconsin Supper Club flavors, loaded hot dogs and burgers, sweet and frozen desserts, and these are very trendy, dirty sodas. It's fun to say, but they're really not very naughty. It's basically what used to be a fountain drink, really. It's a soft drink, and then you put in other flavors and syrups and maybe some foams and that kind of thing. Some very colorful specialty drinks, which are just fun to walk around and sip on. And there are actually more non-alcoholic beverage options, which is great if you're trying to pace yourself all day, you know? And the Wisconsin Table is one of the biggest new food stories. It's at the North Gate, and get this, the Wisconsin Table is serving up truly supper club culture with traditional fish fry, mini cream puffs, Wisconsin pretzel charcuterie. Yeah, they got brandy old fashions and Bloody Marys and Grasshopper and brandy Alexander shakes, but they have hot ham and rolls at the Wisconsin Table. And what's getting the best reviews is a burger called the Loaded Bloody Mary Burger. It's a bacon cheeseburger that has like Bloody Mary style garnishes on it. You know, think olives and that kind of thing. I think a loaded Bloody Mary burger would definitely go well with a beer chaser, right? But this, like I said, I think it's great for people to experience and enjoy our Wisconsin culture. And on that Wisconsin theme, Cousin Subs is serving up a supper club steak as a new offering at Summerfest. Steak, sauteed mushrooms, provolone, crispy onions, and A1 steak sauce, which I think is a condiment that sometimes gets neglected. So that's what Cousins is serving up. And if you like to go handheld, Wild Dog is one of the new vendors to know. Your usual, your foot-long hot dog, maybe your chili cheese dog, Chicago dog, Italian stallion. They've also got fried pickles and cheese curds at Wild Dog. And the shareable snacks, because, you know, sometimes you just kind of want to graze instead of sitting down at a picnic table and having a whole meal. One of the newest snacks that's getting rave reviews is Bang Bang Broccoli from Walk and Roll. It's got the Thai sweet chili sauce and sesame seeds. Also, I am not a ranch dressing fan, but I know people are. Keep your eye out for deep fried ranch bites from Famous Dave's. If we're together, those will be all yours, but they do sound like fun to try. As far as sweet treats, the newest dessert that's getting rave reviews is a frozen Dubai cheesecake. That's from Ultimate Confections. And there are so many new drinks and mocktails and cocktails and spiked shakes. There's a blue Hawaiian mocktail that I'm curious about. But really, I was telling you about these sodas. Dirty sodas really are for the win. And I like that it's a non-alcoholic way to enjoy the day and have flavor and pace yourself. Drips by Pepsi is on the lakefront here, and you can get all sorts of handcrafted beverages. You got the mix, you got boba, cold foam garnishes. One of the offerings is a Mountain Dew Spicy Smash. It has that tahini seasoning in it. What does sound good to me is a Mountain Dew, I don't always drink a Mountain Dew, but a Mountain Dew Chill Dill, cucumber basil, and a dill pickle spear. Interesting. And the starry berry basil. So like you're not just getting your regular cola or orange drink. You have a lot of opportunities to explore flavors. There's also a Shark Attack. That's at Fazio's Popping Bubbles. They've got some creamy and fizzy concoctions. The Shark Attack has a little shark candy in it. Also the Cherry Bomb and Butterbeer for you Harry Potter fans. Also really cool, Discourse Coffee is a really great locally owned coffee shop that is very creative with their ingredients. And they've got crafted lattes and espresso drinks here. And there's also a Sober Lounge, an NA Lounge. It's right near the south gate of the entrance. So you can really express yourself and explore the flavors of beverages of all kinds at Summerfest. And one more thing to tell you about on the beverage front, Deals Happy Hour. Summerfest has a happy hour every day between 4 and 5. You can find select Molson Coors products, including Miller Lite and High Life, for $6 between $4 and $5 to help stretch your dollar. And you can enjoy all these flavors. So I hope that has helped you, because I always like to cover what's happening musically. I know you also have to sustain yourself and eat and drink while you're here. So hopefully some of those new flavors tempted you. And if they didn't, you've always got the Saz's sampler platter. You've always got Major Goolsby's. You have many traditional things to look forward to as well. More tips and free admission deals as we continue to broadcast live from Summerfest on this beautiful Thursday evening. As Bob Uecker used to say, there's still room for you. I invite you to come down to Summerfest. And we will be back shortly here on WTMJ.
This Independence Day, celebrate America's 250th in a place where summer feels magical. Lake Geneva. Experience liberty on the lake, a once-in-a-generation celebration on Saturday, July 4th. Gather along the lake shore for an evening of live music, family fun, and the flavors of summer from local food trucks. Then as twilight settles over the water, the sky awakens with a breathtaking drone show in honor of our nation. Make your 4th unforgettable. Go to visitlakegeneva.com for all the details.
Hey, I'm Sandy Maxx, and when you hear assisted living, you might picture something outdated, but that could not be further from the truth at Three Pillars in beautiful Lake Country. Life on their campus is about comfort, connection, peace of mind. Residents there enjoy stunning private apartments filled with natural light, incredible dining, and the Bark River, scenic trails, I think 10 miles of scenic trails along the Bark River, all in a warm, welcoming community. And what really stands out is the level of care. Everything is centered around the individual, so residents get the support they need while continuing to live life on their terms. That level of care is exactly why Three Pillars was just named Best Assisted Living by U.S. News and World Report, the only community in Wisconsin to earn best in every category. So see the difference for yourself. Learn more, browse their website, schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
You take pride in your Milwaukee area home, so why let it disappear when the sun goes down? At Blingle Premier Lighting, they create breathtaking landscape lighting that transforms your home into the showpiece of the neighborhood. Elegant uplighting, softly illuminated walkways, architectural lighting that highlights the beauty you've already invested in. Landscape lighting doesn't just make your home look incredible. It adds curb appeal, increases perceived value, improves safety, and creates an experience you enjoy every single night. In fact, it's the one thing homeowners never realize they want until they have it. And once they do, they can't imagine living without it. From luxury landscape lighting to permanent holiday lighting and patio lighting, Blingle designs custom systems built specifically for your home. No hassle, no stress, just a home that looks absolutely stunning after dark. See us at blingle.com/MKE. Blingle Premier Lighting. Your home will never look this beautiful. That's blingle.com/MKE.
For growing businesses, digital marketing shouldn't be a gamble. If your business needs results, not guesswork, it's time for a different approach. At Margle Media, we deliver real results for businesses in an evolving digital world. Backed by data, guided by strategy, and focused on actionable outcomes. We partner with businesses of all sizes to drive growth locally or nationwide. Set up a free consultation today. Visit us at marglemedia.com. That's MARGLE media.com.
The stories you're talking about on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Why do artists like Garth Brooks say, you know what, I want to go and play at Summerfest or at least at the amphitheater for 2 nights in a row, and that be the only show I'm doing in the country?
The city of Milwaukee, the state of Wisconsin, and everybody in the Midwest has done to support and build Summerfest. Couldn't be any more proud or happy with building that reputation that Summerfest has done.
Only here on WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Wow, another icon to see tonight. She is Kim Gordon, one of the founding members of Sonic Youth. She is headlining the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard Stage at 10 o'clock tonight for that experimental cool rock. I am Sandy Maxx, broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone here at Summerfest on a beautiful evening. If you've been thinking of coming down, it's not too hot to eat or drink or sip. It is happy vibes, lots of smiles, great time to stroll around. And you've got it on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And what is in store for this second weekend of Summerfest? Well, always lots of music. And you can check out, we have a Summerfest section at WTMJ.com. And the Summerfest app is very handy. And for tonight's music, you have all sorts of good selections. You just heard Kim Gordon for the alternative rock, Ed Sheeran headlining on the amphitheater stage, Common with rap on the BMO Pavilion stage at 9 o'clock. Kaleo is an Icelandic band bringing their style of rock to the Miller Lite stage at 10:30 tonight. And Tucker Wetmore, country music on the T-Mobile stage, Hailstorm rocking the Uline stage tonight, and Subtronics is electronic music, that deep bass music that is one of the buzziest bands of Summerfest this year. The Subtronics on the Generac stage at 9:30. And if you're like, well, I can't make it tonight, you do paint a pretty picture, Sandy. I would love to be there strolling and smiling with everyone else that you're seeing on the lakefront path, but I can't be there tonight. How about tomorrow? Tomorrow, bring the family. It is Shore West Children's Fest Day. Free admission for everyone tomorrow, noon until 3. Great day for families who want a Summerfest, maybe in the daytime, because you never really outgrow being a music fan, but you do have to be a good parent. So maybe come hang out tomorrow during the day. And there's a Shore West map of fun, scavenger hunt, all sorts of good fun at the Northwestern Mutual Community Park. Was a colorful, really thoughtful park. Even the ground is spongy. It's like, oh, we didn't have this when I was a kid. I was scraping my knees on the playground. This is a really colorful, fun, music-themed playground. And one of the best-rated entertainment is called the Q Brothers. They perform and host an interactive workshop where kids can actually create and perform an original song right here at Summerfest. So they also affectionately call this the Lil Gig over by the Northwestern Mutual Community Park. So if that sounds good to you, tomorrow, Children's Fest Day, free admission until 3 o'clock. And then you've also got the cool art installations. The Radiant Echoes is this year's Fuzz Pop Workshop art installation right behind the T-Mobile stage and on the other side of the Uline stage, right in between there. And it's these big stone heads that are on their side, and then 2 stories tall of these discs that look like flowers and flora, but are really reminiscent of Chihuly glass. They're very fascinating to see during the day, and then at night they're even more interesting because they light up and it has sounds and mist that comes out. So that is Radiant Echoes by Fuzz Pop Workshop. And our favorite woodworking artist, Ike Winter, he just stopped by to say hi. He is here again tonight because every day of Summerfest, you can see Ike in his mosaics. He is doing pop-up art where he brings his wooden cart full of what looks like mismatched wood, but within about 25 minutes, he assembles all these pieces of reclaimed wood that he has cut into all these non-geometric shapes. They're all different weird shapes, and he manages to make them into a mosaic, and you can watch him do it, and he's one of the nicest people you will ever meet. So see art in action here at Summerfest. I am Sandy Maxx, excited to be broadcasting live at Summerfest. We have more tips and hacks for you to make the most of Summerfest, so stay with me. And right now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Elizabeth Lintonen.
Thanks, Sandy. A Milwaukee court commissioner grants 2 restraining orders against an ex-Milwaukee police officer. Josue Ayala is accused of tracking his ex-girlfriend and her former partner with the department's flock license plate cameras over 100 times. He pled guilty to 1 misdemeanor of attempted misconduct in public office. The restraining orders were requested by 2 people who work in law enforcement. The court is also ordering Ayala to give up any firearms. A surrender hearing is set for next month, as well as a new sentencing date of July 15th. 2 house fires in less than 24 hours in the village of Summers leaves 1 firefighter injured. The first happened around 10 p.m. Monday night near Green Bay Road and 38th Street on the village's southeast side. Fire crews said a vacant 2-story home is a total loss after they found flames coming from the roof. The second happened around 8:30 p.m. Tuesday night near 16th Place and Sheridan Road near Lake Michigan. 1 firefighter was injured in a collapse inside that 2-story home. They are being treated for minor injuries. The cause of both fires is still under investigation. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We are still seeing those delays. First of all, on I-41 right near American Family Field, heading eastbound in particular, you're going to start hitting your brakes right around the Zoo interchange, and you're going to stay on them pretty steadily until you get through the Field interchange. We're also seeing delays near the downtown interchange, specifically if you're heading southbound on I-43, starting all the way up near Hampton Road and continuing through that interchange as well as on I-41 up near Timmerman West. Also heading southbound, you're going to start hitting those brakes around Mill Road and stay on them pretty steadily. Again, due to that crash near the ramp at Silver Spring Drive, that left shoulder is still blocked. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Overnight tonight, some clearing, low of 55. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy to mostly sunny, high of 69. Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 73. Sunday, a chance of thunderstorms midday, high of 80. Right now, in Green Bay, 70. Madison, 74. And in Milwaukee, it is 67 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:32.
Start your weekend tonight with a free dinner at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club, the most beautiful and affordable summer dining destination. WTMJ's John Mercure here, and I love the Fox and Hounds. It's a special place for our family. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free. Desserts and ice cream drinks are buy one, get one free. I love the grasshopper, the Bailey's drink. Oh my gosh, buy one, get one free. Order a smothered sirloin, grilled salmon, the new beef short rib mac and cheese, pasta, a big fresh salad, any entree, your second dinner is free. 7 nights a week. Relax with a cold beverage on the patio in the woods, then your free dinner in one of the 8 beautiful, unique dining rooms. The award-winning Fox and Hound Supper Club, just off Highway 167 near Holy Hill. The drive through the Kettle Moraine is a Wisconsin summer must-see. Weekends might be too busy? Check out your free dinner tonight. Don't cook, go out for drinks and a free delicious dinner. Tables are open. Check it out. It's my favorite place. It's the famous Fox and Hounds.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous, no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty yourself at KesslersDiamonds.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You know, it's been more than 3 years since we got our garage door from J.D. Griffiths, and it still looks brand new. I'm telling you, it's quiet, it's smooth, and honestly, I didn't realize how much of a difference a quality door would make until we upgraded. J.D. Griffiths, they've been doing it for decades. They're local, trusted, and they handle everything. Try the website, jdgriffiths.com/WTMJ. Schedule your free consultation from J.D. Griffiths.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
I found a girl, beautiful and sweet.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, broadcasting live from Summerfest inside the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. That is the voice of Ed Sheeran, headlining on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater tonight. Pop megastar. The last time he performed here was 2015, and it was right here at Summerfest at the amphitheater. And then a gal just walked by and was very excited to show me her Hailstorm shirt. Hailstorm headlining tonight on the Uline warehouse stage. Lizzie of Hailstorm, man, she just absolutely rocks. So I love that it's such a wide variety of music that you can walk by and discover. And we have musicians walking by right now with guitars on their backs and cowboy hats on and a beret. So and you're just going to see expression and styles of all kinds and lots of smiles. So maybe you're coming to Summerfest this weekend, but you're still wondering what else is there to do around Milwaukee. Oh, lots. Thursdays at 9:40, I join Wisconsin's Morning News, Vince Vitrano and Eric Bilstad, with suggestions for making the most of your Wisconsin weekend. We call it the Weekend Trend, and enjoy today's conversation that includes strawberries, cycling, and a parade celebrating America's 250th. Give a listen to the Weekend Trend.
Sandy Maxx in studio with us tonight at Summerfest.
I'm excited. It's my happy place. Second weekend, and tonight Ed Sheeran is the headliner. Tomorrow you got country music with Cody Johnson on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater, and Saturday, a lot of people looking forward to Post Malone. So
yeah, that's a huge show.
Yeah. Second weekend of Summerfest. We have a whole Summerfest section on WTMJ.com. There are other things. You can celebrate strawberries. It is the Cedarburg Strawberry Festival Saturday and Sunday in downtown. And, if you can think of it, it's probably got strawberries in it. Strawberry pancake breakfast on Sunday, which I think is just absolutely charming, and fresh strawberry shortcake and crepe, strawberry wine. You name it, they've got it. 5 stages of live music, live typewriter poems. This is one of the most unique celebrations in Cedarburg. And they also have the rubber duck races in Cedar Creek. You can win cash prizes with those, and it all benefits Habitat for Humanity Ozaki, and they have baby kangaroos at the petting zoo. So that's in Cedarburg.
Little Joeys.
Or they'll adopt them, and then we'll hear about them in the news later.
That's right.
Xaverian Mission Festival in Franklin is Saturday and Sunday. Another one of those great community events. You can get to the spaghetti and meatballs dinner on Saturday, but live music, you got 5-card studs and the Whiskey Bells who will be there. Lots of fun. And then I love this. The 3rd annual Juneteenth Gospel Fest in Glendale is Saturday at 2. A full afternoon of gospel performances and really just stretching out that vibe of Juneteenth and that celebration. And there's more music to enjoy. I'm charmed by this. The children's concert, the Carnival of the Animals. I don't know if there's an ode to a kangaroo or not in this, but it's at Villa Terrace Museum on Sunday from 11 till noon. Absolutely charming. Features members of the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, and the performance will be narrated so kids and families can understand the music behind each animal-inspired piece. And kids are encouraged to bring stuffed animals and participate by singing and moving along. So I just find that a really charming way to spend your Sunday morning. But we've been talking about the end of an era with Giannis Antetokounmpo. End of an era for the Bucks. End of an era for jazz fans. The Estate on the East Side, one of those renowned little clubs where jazz has been played for years. Well, John Dye, the guy behind Von Trier, At Random, and Bryant's, he has made a go of it, but is just not able to keep the Jazz Estate going. So Sunday is the big hoopla open jam for free at 7:30. It's called Estate Farewell Party and Open Jam. Everyone, all at once. So it's a postage stamp size stage, but I got to think there's going to be some really great musicians there. So no cover, but say goodbye to one of our really treasured spaces, and hopefully someone will come along and go, you know what? Let's kick this in again and see if we can revive the Estate. We have a new art hub that's opening called the Art Emporium in Brown Deer. That opens Friday night, a grand opening. And then if you like more music, speaking of jazz, Out the Box is a band that's going to be playing at Gallery 218 in the 3rd Ward for celebrating our pride. Free live jazz. That is Saturday from 6 till 9. Light refreshments, complimentary mocktails. Nice place to socialize. And then another event that I love, if you love the green spaces, Linden Sculpture Garden is a gorgeous place to go. It's the 55th annual Bonsai Society 55th annual exhibit at the Linden Sculpture Garden. And you can see over 40 of these living sculptures. These are those tiny trees, and they are growing. They are alive. And
they look like they're hundreds of years old. And
it takes such patience and precision. So you'll meet these people. But this is also where the judging happens. And there's a great pride in the Milwaukee bonsai culture, because I interviewed 2 of the fellows, Rick Walters and Eric Bromser. They were in with me on What's on Tap, and they were truly giving each other grief, like, yeah, tell them about the medal that you won. And he's like, he's bringing that up because I came in second place to him. So they're really, and they love to share and give you tips if you're inspired to start. So I really can highly recommend it. And Linden Sculpture Garden is absolutely free. It's Saturday.
Look at that weed you
Sunday.
got over there, buddy.
Hey, tell me the area that I'm supposed to avoid because it's the World Naked Bike Ride. So just tell me what neighborhood I should not find myself in on
because
Saturday.
it is the naked bike ride.
Accidentally
they keep the
see
route
that.
a bit secret, so that way. But
go past your house.
But it will. The gathering starts at noon in Walker's Point on 5th Street. There's an art studio called Magic Box and Brothers Art Studio. So the gathering starts at noon with body painting, live music, and the gathering. And then the ride itself will start at 4:00. And it is clothing optional. It is as bare as you dare.
I forgot why we're naked for the
because
ride?
it's a peaceful protest.
Okay, what are we protesting?
We're protesting,
Clothes?
let's be body positive. Let's be environmentally conscious.
Have you done it?
I have not. I don't have the. I wonder if I would if I wasn't known. Hey, there goes the chick from Milwaukee PBS.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's WTMJ Sandy Maxx.
Buck naked.
And flabby. This
No,
is
stop
not.
it.
But I mean, it's like. I just went on a vacation at the beach recently, and I was like, wow, we are all shapes and sizes, rock on. And we are all different levels of self-esteem, while I've got the whole, cover up, and then some other people are, thonging it and out there, and nobody care.
No problem with you being proud of your body.
Exactly.
No problem with that. Just why do we have to be naked on the bike?
Well, but
around the city.
We can investigate even more, but but honestly, it promotes body positivity,
Forced to
cyclist
ride.
awareness, because you'll be much more aware of the bicyclists who are coming up in that bike lane, and energy independence. That is what we're saying.
Look away, children.
If you'd rather go for speed, drag racing and not drag queens, this is Drags 300 MKE street racing at Milwaukee Mile on Friday afternoon. And this is, we're it's two cars side by side going as fast as they can for about 300 feet, about the length of a football field. But this is everything from front wheel drive, cars, trucks, electric vehicles, SUVs.
Nice.
I think this is just a cornucopia of cars that are going to be drag racing, which is fun. And America's 250th getting a start on it in Kenosha on Sunday, the Kenosha Civic Veterans Parade. This is really a good parade. It's got about 20 floats. There are 3 new floats. One of them is a living memorial tribute to the United States Marine flag raising atop Mount Suribachi on the island of Iwo Jima during World War II. There's a Vietnam Women's Living Memorial, and they will honor Kenosha's 2025 Hometown Hero of the Year and the Kenosha County Veteran of the Year 2026. And there are awards for the floats as well. So that is Sunday at 1 as we start our celebrations for America's 250th.
Nice.
Thanks, Sandy.
Eric Bilstad and Vince Vitrano of Wisconsin's Morning News. And next, taking more of your Summerfest tips on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. What are some of your suggestions for squeezing out the most fun at Summerfest? I'm interested to know. One of my tips is bring a koozie. Yeah, they sell them here, but if you got it right there in your pocket, you are ready to go with your chilled beverage. So share your tips on the WTMJ Siding Unlimited talk and text line 855-616-1620. We'll be checking in on those for the rest of the show here on What's on Tap. And stay with me. Live at Summerfest, we'll find out who's on stage this weekend at the big gig.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Griffin Ford in Waukesha. Hey, if you've been thinking about a new vehicle, now's the time to take a serious look at Griffin Ford's Ford American Value for American Values Employee Pricing event. This is great. For a limited time, you pay what employees pay. That's right, employee pricing on a huge selection of new Ford vehicles. Right now, they have 50-plus all-wheel drive Ford Explorers in stock starting at $38,978. How about the 2026 Ford Bronco Sport all-wheel drive? More than 20 in stock starting at $28,995. And Escape owners get an additional $1,000 off. But what really sets Griffin Ford apart is inventory. Griffin Ford is one of the largest selections of new Ford vehicles anywhere in Wisconsin. That means you're not spending hours searching dealer to dealer or settling for something close to what you wanted. You can choose the color, trim, level, and features that fit your style. It's Griffin Ford in Waukesha. I buy my cars at Griffin. You can also do it online at griffinford.com.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long. Good things are always brewing on the Fresh Coast. The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail. Whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today at visitmilwaukee.org.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scafidi. Sound familiar? I can't raise my arms. I can't climb stairs. I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. I'm here to celebrate what you can do, and that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing, not bracing for their next jolt of pain. It's gone. They've moved on. Back to living your lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office, no missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down, the pain backs off, and we love hearing from you. How we here at WTMJ helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. So go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Let's get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation is totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Weekend appointments available. 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics now.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
The sounds of Summerfest. I'm Sandy Maxx, broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio, here till 8. Love to see you if you want to stop by. And that is the sound of PD USA headlining tomorrow night on the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard stage. And producer Isaac Marquardt back at the WTMJ studio, helping keeping all the technology going. This is the one performer you have really been looking forward to seeing.
Yes, I've been saying for years and years that PD is the perfect Summerfest band, and they finally got him, so I'm very excited to see him tomorrow.
Tell me about PD USA for those who aren't familiar with him.
I think he is just very good at writing music that speaks to me, and I guess speaks to what it's like to be a guy who has feelings. A couple of years ago, there was kind of an argument going around on Twitter about who is Taylor Swift for boys. I think there's a very solid argument to be made that Petey is that guy.
And Petey's from Michigan, isn't he?
He is originally from Michigan, then Chicago, and now he's out in L.A., but he's a big Midwestern guy. When I saw him in Madison, he mentioned coming up to Madison to party when he was in college. So he's been all over.
Well, we can welcome Petey officially to Summerfest tomorrow night. His show is at 10 o'clock on the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard stage. And look for Isaac Marquardt there.
Indeed.
And Isaac, you are pushing the buttons. Can you share some Subtronics music with us tonight at 9:30 on the Generac Power stage? Oh, I'm already doing my little robot dance. I am very curious. I'm sticking around tonight because Subtronics is the artist, is the act that the Summerfest leadership told me during the Summerfest Soundcheck show that, like, hey, we think this is going to be one of the best shows of Summerfest. So as you heard, that really modern bass music. One of my favorite things is that Subtronics fans are known as the Cyclops Army. Not to be confused with the Kiss Army when Gene Simmons' band performs next weekend here at Summerfest. But I think it's going to be one of those shows where I'm going to feel the bass rumbling even though I'm standing in the back at the Generac Power stage. So Subtronics tonight at 9:30 if you're curious. And I think one of the most curious celebrity sightings at Summerfest is going to happen Saturday afternoon. It's going to sound like Bruce Springsteen. It's going to sound like this. But it's going to be a guy you know from The Simpsons. That is actually Hank Azaria, who does dozens of voices of the characters of The Simpsons. And he is going to be here at 5:30 on the Uline stage Saturday, performing with his Bruce Springsteen tribute band that Bruce Springsteen even said, y'all do a good job. So you'll be able to hear that and see that on stage Saturday afternoon, and stay here just after 7:30. Hank Azaria, you will hear from him right here on What's on Tap, and with a preview of his show and how he even got this Easy Street Band started. But speaking of music, Ed Sheeran back at Summerfest tonight headlining. It's going to be a great show. The song you need to hear, one of Ed Sheeran's hits, next on What's on Tap.
When I shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, every time I come in, it's like a whole new store. It's because new inventory is arriving daily, all kinds of everything. And let me tell you, thrift store prices make buying easy. And helping others at the same time, that's icing on the cake. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your health, how do you know what's right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Not trends, your biology.
Learn more at Viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code VIOME50 to save $50 off your purchase.
At Associated Bank, we know running a business is tough enough, so our business is making your business banking easy. That's why we make sure it speaks your language. Business and consumer linked accounts? How about all your banking all in one place with one login account? $50 overdraft grace zone? Think of it as a I never said I was a CFO grace zone. And maintenance fee free account? Well, free is always good. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/you got this. Member FDIC.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I hope you'll join me on Saturdays at 1 o'clock for Experience Wisconsin. We check in with communities across the state for the best and brightest spots. It's family getaways. It's romantic weekends. It's across the state of Wisconsin. This week, we're joined by the Wisconsin Historical Society, focused on Old World Wisconsin, and Fork in the Road Restaurant in Mukwonago, a great place. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1, right here on 620 WTMJ.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
Excitement for Ed Sheeran. He is here in Milwaukee right now, getting ready in about an hour and a half to headline on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater stage for his second time at Summerfest. Last time was in 2015 for that sold-out show. The song you need to hear is definitely one he will play on stage tonight, looping his guitar and getting us all to sing along. A #1 hit in 2017, Shape of You by Ed Sheeran is the song you need to hear on What's on Tap.
Club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow. And we come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room. And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body. empty, so go all you can eat. Fill up your bag and I fill up the plate. We talk for hours and hours about the sweet and the sour and how your family's doing okay. And leaving, getting a taxi, kissing the backseat, tell the driver make the radio play. And I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Staying active, essential for overall health. Proper medical support, essential for staying active. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Whether it's keeping a weekend warrior like me on the tennis court or keeping young athletes in the game, you want the best in sports medicine, that's OAW. Surgeons, nurses, and physical therapists help you recover from injury, avoid injury in the future, and enhance performance. Get care 7 days a week. Walk right in at an Ortho ASAP clinic or book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Brewers Cubs action on a weekend? Yeah, you're going to want to see this. Be here Friday, June 26th through Sunday, June 28th for the first matchup between the Brewers and Cubs at American Family Field of 2026. You know what happened last time, and it's time to defend home field once again. One thing's for sure, big moments are bound to happen. Score your seat for another chapter in the Brewers-Cubs rivalry now at Brewers.com.
Summer always starts with good intentions.
Kids home from school, weekend trips, more time outside.
But somehow the house is in complete chaos by June.
That's why summer is the perfect time to get organized with Inspired Closets.
We create custom solutions for garages, pantries, laundry rooms, and more so your home works better for real life.
And when everything has a place, summer feels a whole lot less stressful.
Visit us today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
Acumen Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
Don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval. Get the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as better than the rest. The rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet. Get yours by clicking on the blue button at ACCUNET.com.
Hey, there's free pizza today at the Mine Chef restaurant in Hartford. John Mercure here. Seriously, it's free. Free, free every Thursday. When you buy one pizza, you get a second pizza free. Buy two, get two free pizzas. Buy 5 pizzas, you got it. 5 free pizzas. Bring in pizza today for your loyal employees. Half of your pizzas are free, and it's delicious. Order now, pick up shortly. Coaches, bring in your team today for free pizza. Your players will also love the Mine Chef's world-class game room. It's a super affordable team bonding experience. And happy hours 2 till 5 today. Half-price cocktails, beer, appetizers, at the bar only, half price. The Friday, all-you-can-eat haddock fish fries, $8.99 from 11 a.m., a crazy low price. The Mine Shaft, right there, easy to get to in downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh near the EAA. Lots of seating, close parking. Walk on in today for your free Thursday pizza. Plenty to take home. I love the pepperoni. Just Google it. Mine Shaft Restaurant.
Transform your home today. Exterior Pros. Trust the pros.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 65 degrees. Tonight we'll have clearing skies with a low of 55. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jessica Gatso. The Supreme Court hands the Trump administration 2 wins in immigration cases. ABC's Miri Bruce.
In a 6-3 decision, the court clearing the way for Trump to cancel the temporary protected status of hundreds of thousands of Haitians and Syrians who have been living and working legally in the U.S. Most will now need to leave the country or face deportation. In the other case, the justice is allowing the administration to turn away people seeking asylum at official ports of entry along the U.S.-Mexico border, meaning the U.S. can essentially shut the door to migrants fleeing violence and persecution.
The Temporary Protected Status Program protects a total of 1.3 million people from 17 countries. Help is on the way to Venezuela following a series of devastating earthquakes. The U.S. State Department is mobilizing $150 million in assistance, and the U.S. Southern Command is collaborating to support relief operations. ABC's Victor Aquendo.
A nationwide state of emergency in Venezuela as active search and rescue operations are underway. Video showing the devastation, people scrambling for cover, debris crashing down on the street below. Officials say the earthquakes are among the strongest to strike Venezuela in more than a century. One survivor saying the scene was like a horror movie. Victor Okendo, ABC News, Doral.
A legal challenge is underway over Wisconsin's rules for powering large data centers.
Oracle's filed a lawsuit against the Public Service Commission, arguing new financial requirements for major energy users are too restrictive. The company wants regulators to restore a lower credit rating standard for customers seeking power for new data center projects, including a campus under construction in Port Washington. Consumer advocates argued the tougher rules are needed to protect other utility customers from the financial risks of large-scale development. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Governor Tony Evers is asking the Trump administration for a nearly $213 million grant that would help start a new leg of the Hiawatha train between Milwaukee and Madison.
The request would be for the 80% of the expansion's cost to be covered by federal dollars, separate from around $54.5 million from the state, on top of $2.5 million in annual operating costs. Coincidentally, the governor's application came the same day as a passenger rail conference at Milwaukee's Oriental Theater, featuring speakers such as Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson.
Yes, the Hiawatha is doing a great deal, servicing between Milwaukee and Chicago, but it could be doing so much more.
In Milwaukee, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Injuries involving crashes between e-bikes and motor vehicles in Wisconsin are up 171% over the last 4 years. That's according to statewide data released by the Dane County Traffic Safety Commission.
The most significant increase in accidents involves children and teenagers.
Less than 20 years old accounted for about 44% of individuals in e-scooter crashes and 43% of e-bike crashes.
Dr. Kelly Snooks, assistant professor of pediatrics at the Medical College of Wisconsin. Top speeds for e-bikes generally range from 20 to 28 miles per hour, 15 to 20 for e-scooters.
Those injuries are so much more severe than can be anticipated.
Snooks recommends being alert, wearing a certified helmet, and following motor vehicle traffic laws. Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
Looking to enjoy Summerfest without the alcohol? A new sober space has the answer.
The second annual Sober Lounge at Summerfest offers a quiet, free, sober space to festival goers. Volunteer manager with the Phoenix, Jason C. Pluck, tells WTMJ.
We're excited to give festival goers this cool, calm, get away from the chaos.
The Sober Lounge also hosts a mocktail hour and welcomes anyone practicing sobriety, including friends, loved ones, or those who just need a break from the noise.
It's cool to have those people stop in and hear their stories and share stories with them, and so it's cool to provide this space.
Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News time is 7:04.
The new fractured boulders we now have in stock are really nice. They're squarer and more rectangular in shape. And they're great for building dry-laid retaining walls. They're much easier to deal with, lock together nicely, and you get less gaps. No wet mortar needed. And we've stocked a multitude of colors. You can use them as an accent item to add character to your dry river or creek beds, too. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Our organic mulch is comprised of all trees. Most mulch is made from ground-up pallets, and you don't know what might have been spilled on those pallets. Could be chemicals or who knows what. But not our mulch, we're recycling trees. Many species of hardwoods. Cedar, hemlock, light brown, dark brown, mocha, black, red, gold, and caramel. 7 colors to choose from means a mulch to match any exterior. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. Bob Sorens is the reason Sorens Ford became home of the nice guys.
I used to cut Bob's hair. One time I was running very late. In the middle of his haircut, Bob says to me, "If you gotta leave now, it's okay. You can cut the other side when you get back from vacation."
109 years later, you can still feel that nice guy attitude from the Sorens family and the entire team at Sorens Ford in Brookfield. An exceptional buying and service experience. Sorens Ford on Capitol Drive. SOERENS.com.
Day after day, year after year, the heavy lifting, the repetitive motion, and now your body feels it. Your back, your knees, your quality of life.
At Access Legal, we stand up for people worn down by work.
Workers' comp is our sole focus, and our team has recovered more than $35 million for Wisconsin workers. From sudden accidents to pain that builds over years of hard work, we're dedicated to fighting for the benefits you're entitled to. If you've been worn down by work, contact Access Legal for a risk-free consultation.
Search AXIS Legal today.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. The Bucks rebuild is officially underway. After selecting Braden Burries and Nate Ament in the NBA draft, the franchise introduced its newest players at the Boys and Girls Club today. Burries says Milwaukee already feels like the right place to begin his NBA career.
Growing up, you want to get drafted, you want to make it to the NBA, and then as you get older, you kind of want to go to wherever the best fit is. And then kind of like when I heard the Bucks was going to pick me, about to pick me, I was thinking dang, this is the best fit for me, and they want me. That's the main thing.
And Ament says he's eager to learn from the Bucks veterans while embracing the challenge ahead.
I think as, any young player about to step into a new league, a new environment, to have a huge organization believe in you, that's all you could want. And we got just that.
Both rookies are expected to get their first taste of NBA action next month during the Summer League in Las Vegas. And the Brewers are 20 games above 500 after sweeping the Reds in Cincinnati. Pat Murphy's team enjoys a day off today. A 3-game series against the Cubs begins Friday night. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, we have a couple of crashes causing some delays. Pretty severe backups on 94 eastbound. The crash is blocking the left lane at the ramp from 35th Street. You'll see delays all the way back at State Fair Park. And we have a crash blocking 2 lanes. That's on 4194 South. The 2 right lanes are blocked about a quarter of a mile beyond the ramp from Elm Road.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox & Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox & Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
And taking a look at your WTMJ forecast, tonight we'll have clear skies, a low of 55. Friday, skies are mostly cloudy to becoming mostly sunny. Showers likely to stay to the south, a high of 69. Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 73. Sunday, a chance for thunderstorms around midday, also humid, high of 80. Monday, heat and humidity return. We're looking at heat index values near 100. We may see some heat advisories on Monday, a high of 93. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 65 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:09.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio at Summerfest. Here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Hello, and welcome to where the action is. It is the world's largest music festival, legitimately, and this is the second weekend. It is wonderful to see people strolling around. I would say layer up, bring maybe your sweatshirt or long sleeve t-shirt, maybe wear jeans. There is a bit of a fog rolling in, but it's not a depressive fog because there's a beautiful sun at the same time. So, we like to experience all the seasons at once here in Wisconsin. So this is one of those days where it's a little cool, but I'm delighted to tell you there is no rain in the forecast this evening. So if you're thinking about coming and soaking up the great outdoors and some great sounds, this is the place to be. And in this next hour, you're going to hear from some of the performers at Summerfest this weekend, including actor and voice of dozens of characters on The Simpsons, Hank Azaria, who will be on stage Saturday afternoon with his Bruce Springsteen tribute band. Hear Hank Azaria previewing his show and explaining why in the world he even started a Springsteen tribute band. So hang out for the Hank interview, and right now, meet a couple of local musicians who are making a difference. I am so pleased to meet each of you. First, introduce yourself.
My name is Scott Sveckel with Music Success.
And can we hear Scott? Okay, perfect. Isaac back at the studio says yes. My headset is funny. So, Scott, I'm delighted that you are here, and introduce yourself.
Patrick Nettesheim, founder of Guitars for Vets originally, and now of Music Success.
And the two of you are making all sorts of great sounds and making a big difference, especially for first responders and veterans, with the power of music. But before we get into the mission and those great stories, Scott, you're going to be on stage at Summerfest.
That's right. Yeah.
Tell us about your band.
Well, my band is the Weary World. Back a bunch of years ago, I first started playing guitar when I was in my about my mid-40s. So I didn't start to play when I was a kid like most people do. I started in my mid-40s with guys I went to high school with, myself, Scott Specco, our drummer Bill Walburn, and our bass player Scott Moore got together and started just playing around. I was first learning, so I knew my chords, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so I could play basic songs, and we started getting together and just playing. And after a while, I came up with a few song ideas, and my bandmates figured it out, and we started to just play and realize, for us to learn music that already exists was more difficult than to write our own material. So we started to write our own material, and
that's interesting to me. What is it about your own melodies and lyrics and thoughts that made it easier than copying a Led Zeppelin song?
Right. You can remember it better. When I wrote it, you play it dozens of times just to get your own riff down and how the lyrics flow over that. So when I did that, I realized it's easier for me as a learner, as a beginner back then, to play these songs. So writing became more easier task than playing what's called cover material. So we were off and running once we started writing our own songs.
Cool. And we'll hear some of those on stage?
Yeah, the performances we're going to be doing this weekend are all original music.
Cool. And tell us when The Weary World will be on stage at Summerfest. We have 2 chances to see you.
That's right. So we will be there tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at the Whammy with Music 6S Artist Alley stage.
And where is that? That's on the south side?
Yeah, it's near the Ferris wheel. If you're at the Ferris wheel, you are in the right place.
And you will hear it. And then you're going to be on the Generac stage.
Yeah, so at 1 o'clock on Saturday, we will be playing at the Generac stage. We very much look forward to it. Our veterans get in free that day, so we look forward to playing in front of an audience of veterans, first responders, police, firefighters, people who have what we like to call PTSD-inducing jobs. So we'll be playing our set there as well on the Generac stage.
What kind of music do you describe The Weary World as?
We've had a hard time putting our music into any kind of a neat box. I call it folk music.
Yeah?
That's what I think it is. But we have a lot. Our lead guitar player, Larry Barker, he's a pretty known Waukesha blues guitar player, and he puts a lot of blues over what we do. So I consider it blues, mix of blues, rock, and folk music.
I have so many more questions, but I love that you're going to be playing real original music that is truly coming out of you and that is a collaboration with you and your fellow musicians.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have 2 CDs that are out there. Our first one is called So Shines, and the last one we recorded right before COVID hit. So we didn't really get to release it in the manner that we wanted to. So our second CD is called Middle of the Night.
And Scott, before we go to a quick break and come back and talk even more about Music 6S and the impact that it's making, you are a veteran. Tell me where and when you served.
So I served in 2003 through 2004. I was part of a unit called the 452nd Combat Support Hospital based right here in Milwaukee. And in 2003, we got called up to go to, at the time it was Operation Iraqi Freedom, or OIF. We ended up at Fort McCoy, 550 of us, but really 130 of us actually ended up in Afghanistan supporting Operation Enduring Freedom. So that was a year in the combat zone. It was a lot of stress, but we were all professionals, all of us doctors, nurses, various medical staff, and even logistical and support staff were there, and it was quite a year to be deployed, and I'm very proud of what we accomplished over there as a unit.
Thank you for your service, and when we come back, we're going to find out more about Music 6S, more about Scott's musical journey, and what Music 6S, the organization, does to truly help first responders through the power of music. So stay with us here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Save big money on your next project when you shop at Menards. Mastercraft has been making high-quality doors for over 50 years. Add beauty and security to your home with a new front door. Shop our in-stock selection or customize your door your way. Available in 7 days or less. Save big on Mastercraft doors. Plus, view our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
A new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to Outdoor Living Unlimited's Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
For growing businesses, digital marketing shouldn't be a gamble. If your business needs results, not guesswork, it's time for a different approach. At Margle Media, we deliver real results for businesses in an evolving digital world. Backed by data, guided by strategy, and focused on actionable outcomes. We partner with businesses of all sizes to drive growth locally or nationwide. Set up a free consultation today. Visit us at marglemedia.com. That's MARGLE media.com.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring great tips on how to operate your home. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact NX Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at nxwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone. You're hearing so many sounds of Summerfest because we are here live, but also that's Tucker Wetmore. He is headlining tonight at 10 on the T-Mobile stage for country music fans. And I have musicians here in the trailer with me. Just introduce you to Scott. Exactly. To Scott Saveco, who will be on stage with The Weary World twice. Tomorrow at 6 on the Music Success Whammy stage, and then on Saturday at 1 on the Generac stage. And Scott, you talked about kind of being folk music and you're playing with other veterans, but tell me where the name The Weary World came from.
Well, it came from the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. In that movie, Charlie Bucket is with his everlasting gobstopper. And, he at that moment, Charlie has to make a decision to be true to himself or to sell out. And keep the gobstopper. If he keeps the gobstopper, he's selling out. But if he gives it back to Willy Wonka, he'll be true to himself. And we try to be write original music. So the band, The Weary World, comes from that part where he goes, "So shines a good deed in a weary world."
What a beautiful inspiration. That was not what I expected to be an answer.
I did have a dream about being, what would your band be named? And I said, The Weary World. And the band liked that story, and they stuck with it.
Dude, seriously, you should have chosen the Gobstoppers.
Ooh, that is a good band. Well, you can always have a side. So many creators. Well, and Patrick Nettesheim, that is the voice you hear there, original founder of Guitars for Vets, and now has founded yet another benevolent organization called Music 6S.
Yes.
Music, the number 6 and the letter S.
The license plate version of Success.
Ooh, that is good. But you yourself are a musician, and how many different bands are you participating in these days?
These days, I would say 3 different groups, and then I do some solo stuff as well.
I feel like that's natural for a lot of musicians and creators.
Yeah, you think you're going to make a better living if you get into more bands, but it still doesn't pan out.
To me, I thought it was more the opportunity to make different creations.
That too.
And the chemistry
they're very
with other
different.
musicians.
Each band has its own distinct
Well,
sound.
now that we know what Music Success looks like on a license plate, Patrick, tell us what the organization is.
Yeah, well, we have a slogan, building music-inspired community to support humanity. And so, like in Guitars for Vets, we give free guitars and lessons to military vets that are living with the challenges of post-traumatic stress and other trauma. Where Music Success is different, we have a larger tent, so to speak. Our focus is military veterans, but also first responders, which would include firefighters, military folks, because there's firefighters in the military, law enforcement, which also is in the military, and medical professionals. Again, what Scott did in the military. But I'll tell you, I say our focus is on that, Sandy, because if somebody comes to our organization and they're struggling and they think that an instrument and lessons can help them, they can come in.
Because your real goal is to help people with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD.
Absolutely.
So you're saying that you could be someone who's not in those fields.
That's exactly
But we want to
it.
help you through creativity.
Yeah, it's and in Guitars for Vets, I coined the term the healing power of music in the hands of heroes. Now, most military vets don't consider themselves heroes. I consider Scott that, but he's a very humble man, and he's like, I'm doing my job. And that's what's so beautiful about that. But as a civilian, that's what I believe. But you know what? Trauma is part of the human experience. And we were talking a little bit about this, Sandy, that the significance of this Saturday coming up is June 27th. June 27 is National PTSD Awareness Day. And also I made a comment that you don't see that listed in very many places. That's why we need to have this awareness.
I would say that to have the conversation, to have the discussion, and I would also think, Scott, from your experience when you were sharing how the band got together and then now it's 5 people playing together, and that music really is therapeutic and connective, and speaking that language when you wouldn't just sit around with your 4 buddies and talk necessarily.
Yeah, so many, when you have PTSD-inducing jobs, and veterans come home from overseas deployment, there's a lot of mess to clean up, I think, psychologically. And, I worked at the VA Medical Center for most of my life, and that's been rewarding. But the VA is always going to try to give you prescriptions, and connecting to something is key for people, I think, with PTSD. Being part of a group, that's what Music Success offers you. Being part of a scene, being part of a group, giving you the resources. But playing guitar, it can be difficult. And the Music Success process, understands that, walks you through the process at your pace. And once you learn and can write your own songs or play songs that you connect to, it's very, very helpful to me. Very therapeutic, if you will.
It warms my heart. When we come back, I want to talk more about why you wanted to volunteer, Scott. I think that's significant. Patrick, what the real reason, what the real need, how you came to start Music Success. And then we're also going to have even more fun talking music because I want to know who you want to see at Summerfest. So stay with us. He is Scott Cveco of The World Weary, also volunteer at Music Success and veteran, and Patrick Nettesheim of Music Success, founder of this wonderful organization. Stay with us here on What's on Tap.
You take pride in your Milwaukee area home. So why let it disappear when the sun goes down? At Blingle Premier Lighting, they create breathtaking landscape lighting that transforms your home into the showpiece of the neighborhood. Elegant uplighting, softly illuminated walkways, architectural lighting that highlights the beauty you've already invested in. Landscape lighting doesn't just make your home look incredible. It adds curb appeal, increases perceived value, improves safety, and creates an experience you enjoy every single night. In fact, it's the one thing homeowners never realize they want until they have it. And once they do, they can't imagine living without it. From luxury landscape lighting to permanent holiday lighting and patio lighting, Blingle designs custom systems built specifically for your home. No hassle, no stress, just a home that looks absolutely stunning after dark. See us at blingle.com/MKE. Blingle Premier Lighting. Your home will never look this beautiful. That's blingle.com/MKE.
Picture this, a perfect summer evening, great friends, and dinner on the patio overlooking a beautiful course. That's Racine Country Club. More than golf, it's a place to relax, gather, and belong. A new energy is here, and you're invited to experience it. From great food to unforgettable events, it's a lifestyle built around community. Whether it's a quick 9 after work, dinner with friends, or a weekend with family, Racine Country Club offers something for everyone, year-round. Discover what's new at Racine Country Club. Visit racinecountryclub.com.
When you want the best medical attention, you don't just go to anybody, you go to a specialist. The same should be true with your car or truck. I'm Deb Cruz, president of the Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. When your vehicle needs service, take it to a specialist, an Adam member new car dealer. Adam dealers use factory warranty parts, the latest diagnostic equipment, and certified manufacturer technicians specially trained on the advanced technology on your vehicle. They have all the latest manufacturer service bulletins and will know if your issue is covered by an existing warranty or if there are any recalls. And despite what you might assume, their prices are as low or even lower than the independent shops, even on routine maintenance and tires. Now, knowing all that, why would you even consider going anywhere other than an Adam member dealer?
For great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com. That's ADAMM.com.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
And where down we go, go, go.
You are hearing music from an Icelandic band. They are called Kaleo, and they are on the stage at the Oasis tonight at 10:30. And I'm telling you, you come to Summerfest, you always bump into somebody. You know, Phil Sklar from the National Bobblehead Museum just came by and said hi. Hey, and more bobblehead staff are here. It is a staff outing. This is good. It brings people together. And I know that you just can't walk without seeing a friend. This is great. I am Sandy Maxx. There are more friends. Hey! Vince Vitrano, Alex Strofe, Ali Archambault, friends of Good Karma Brands, as you know. So thank you so much for tuning in. I am broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio, and my guests for just a couple of minutes before they get back to making music and making music matter, I have Scott Cveco, who is of the band The Weary World and also volunteering with Music Success, a wonderful organization, and the founder of Music Success, Patrick Nettesheim. So Scott, well, I was going to say, you're also a volunteer at Music Success.
Yes.
How did you get involved with Music Success, and why did you decide to volunteer?
Well, I started off, I was pretty connected to the Guitars for Vets organization. Patrick was the founder of that as well, and we had a presence here at Summerfest. They taught me how to play, and I just loved hanging out here at Summerfest. Then Patrick now has founded Music Success to include our police, first responders, and we have a physical store in New Berlin, and I'll just be honest, it's just an awesome place to hang out. That's a reason why. You want to just hang around with like-minded people who love music, love to play, and we offer that. We offer it's a music store that is also a live music venue. And just to go in there for the night and hang out, listen to your friends play, and they support you, you support them. And, most places of business, like, buy something and get out. That's a little bit of the attitude in there. But our store really has a welcoming environment, and I just love hanging out there. And, of course, here at Summerfest as well. What's more fun than spending your time down here at the world's largest music festival? And I get in here and get to interact with people and, promote our message. So.
And, Patrick, how does that make you feel, knowing that that's what Scott gets out of volunteering?
That's amazing. That's what we call mission accomplished. And I'll tell you what's fun. Since we've been in here, people are looking up at you because you're an on-air personality and a celebrity and all.
They're like, who's in the box?
I just love pointing and smiling. And there's a dude comes by from Lakefront Brewery and gives us tokens for a pint of beer because I pointed and smiled. That's great stuff.
But you're making connections. So just tell me really briefly one story of why you decided that Music Success needed to be created.
Yes. Well, trauma is part of the human experience. And one of my frustrations with the last organization is that we were working with one demographic and one alone, and people from all over were reaching out. And I had to say no all the time. Sometimes you only get one opportunity when someone reaches out. We need to take that. I believe if you have the funds, the wherewithal to meet that need, you have a moral obligation to do that. And also, trauma is part of the human experience, and it's been part of my experience as well as a civilian. PTSD, the most cases are in the civilian population. It's just that when you're a vet and you're working with combat, you're highly likely to have that. This is the way we can address it. We can't cure it, but we can manage it, and we can have some fun while we're doing that.
And take away the stigma. Like you said, you may not have another chance to help somebody if they're reaching out at that time. And how can people help Music Success? If they're hearing this and they're like, I have a guitar that I haven't played in ages, which was me.
Yeah, okay, well, I'd say first of all,
I got mine out of the basement and brought it to you. So
we have a donor right here.
I have a donor, but so people listening, how can they get involved with Music Success?
Go to music6.com, and that'll tell you how to get involved. The economy is tough right now. Not everybody has money, but the way we've structured this, people have stuff. There's literally millions of instruments out there that are not being played. You donate them to us. We're a nonprofit. You get a donation receipt. I'll bring yours next time, Sandy.
But I think of that person on the other side, Scott, where you're like, and now I'm making my own music, and it started coming together because we were playing more and more, and it is not easy to learn the guitar, but once I did, now you can't put it down. So that gives me joy.
Once you get past those first couple of chords, like the first time I played an A chord, like, well, this is impossible. But, practice, you get better at it, where you just get the muscle memory. And once you can effectively transfer your chords, you can play real songs.
Thank you so much to both of you for all that you do with music success, and thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Summerfest, and everybody look for The Weary World on stage tomorrow at 6 at the Music Success Whammy stage, and Saturday at 1 on the Generac stage. Patrick Nedesheim and
Okay, we're doing
Scott
this.
Svecko.
We're all Wisconsinites. Group hug.
Group hug. And now you will hear from Hank Azaria, who will be on stage Saturday here at Summerfest. But now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Elizabeth Lintonen.
Thanks, Sandy. Actually, Jessica right now. A kayaker is dead after drowning at a lake in Walworth County. Sheriff's deputies responding to the town of Lyons today around 3:20 p.m., where a kayak was floating upside down in the middle of Lake Ivanhoe. They found a man unresponsive floating next to the kayak. He died at the scene. The man was wearing a life jacket. 2 teenagers are under arrest after shooting fireworks at cars in West Dallas. Police say the 2 17-year-old boys were shooting off fireworks at vehicles while riding Lime scooters around 11:30 p.m. Tuesday night near South 100th Street and West Schlinger Avenue. A 911 caller told dispatch he was nearly hit in the face after a firework exploded in his vehicle. Authorities located the boys and chased them on the scooters, attempting to tase them before catching and taking them into custody. The Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association Board approves a proposal for a shot clock. It would allow a 35-second shot clock in varsity boys and girls basketball. The rule would be implemented starting in the 2028 through 29 season, and it still needs approval from WIAA member schools. Schools can begin using a shot clock as early as this upcoming season in non-conference games as long as both teams agree. Shot clock equipment could cost between $2,500 and $5,000 for high schools. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Looks like we're still looking at delays on 94 eastbound, but not quite as bad. You'll start hitting the brakes at Hawley. That should clear up once you're past 35th Street. And time for your WTMJ forecast. Tonight we'll see clear skies with a low of 55. Friday, mostly cloudy, turning to mostly sunny. Showers should stay to the south, a high of 69. Saturday, mostly sunny skies, a high of 73. Sunday, there's a chance for thunderstorms towards midday, also more humid, a high of 80. Monday, hot and humid with heat index values approaching 100. There may be some heat advisories on Monday, high of 93. Tuesday, even hotter still. We're looking at heat index values that could exceed 100, a high of 95. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 64 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:34.
Amish outdoor furniture with poly and wood available. And that poly is the richest of outdoor furniture. It's just about indestructible and will virtually last forever. At Erickson's, we have poly furniture in abundance, so you're guaranteed to see a great selection. The beauty of it is you can put it outside all year round and not worry about it, because the color runs all the way through, so it doesn't fade, and minor nicks and scratches won't hurt the look. Erickson's Landscape Supply. For an abundant selection of poly and wood Amish outdoor furniture, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You'll be hard-pressed to find a better selection of metal yard art than we have here at Erickson's. Anything from natural and painted metal signs to painted roosters from 1 to 6 feet tall. Natural steel flying ducks and cattails. Cute little frogs, geckos, pigs, flamingos, and goats. And palm trees. The list is endless. And that's why you come here. Erickson's Landscape Supply, right on Spring Street in Union Grove, where you'll find a fantastic array of artisanal metal yard art. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Or better yet, drive on over and take a gander at the goods.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
One of the 5 actually looked at us and said, if you name it Penny Mustard, I won't work here anymore.
I'm not wearing a coat that says that. I will not wear a hat that says that. Today, that person wears a coat and a hat, and proud to, I think.
Yes, very proud to.
Ben and Arvid Huth, brothers and owners of Penny Mustard Furnishings.
Our younger brother, Maynard, told us that name is stupid.
Did he?
Yes.
A lot of other people said that, too.
And 6 months later, he told me that name was ingenious. That was the best name you could have ever come up with. Just took a little while for some people to get over the hump of appreciating it.
We got hate mail after changing the name to Penny Mustard. Yeah. There was so many people thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
But we knew immediately it was the right name, and it is the right name. It fits. It still fits. It always fit. It was unique. It had meaning. It had meaning to both of us.
Yeah.
It's unforgettable. It's a little weird.
See more at pennymustard.com.
But weird things are easy to remember.
Yeah.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Broadcasting live inside the Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin trailer right here on the lakefront path at Summerfest. And you are listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And you are hearing that pop sound of Louis Tomlinson, former member of One Direction. He's headlining tomorrow night on the BMO Pavilion stage at 10 o'clock. And are you a fan of The Simpsons TV show? An animated comedy that has shaped pop culture since the 1990s. That music makes me smile and think of a lot of jokes and a lot of characters from The Simpsons over the decade. What a stacked and talented, versatile voice actor cast they had. Well, the man who created the voices of Mo Sislak, Police Chief Wiggum, the comic book guy, and dozens of other characters from The Simpsons will be here at Summerfest Saturday afternoon. Emmy Award-winning actor Hank Azaria is bringing a different voice to Summerfest. Azaria and his Easy Street Band now tour and play the music of Bruce Springsteen, even catching the attention of Bruce Springsteen himself, who has an opinion. Actor Hank Azaria joined Wisconsin's Morning News to talk with Vince Vitrano and Eric Bilstead about Bruce Springsteen, The Simpsons, and how an Al Pacino impression somehow helped create one of television's most famous cartoon voices.
Guess who's coming to Summerfest? Hold on. Hold on. Don't want to, I'm not lying to anybody. So, Bruce Springsteen is not coming to Summerfest, but the Easy Street Band is. Easy Street Band. And it's Hank Azaria instead of Bruce Springsteen. Does that name sound familiar to you?
If you don't know Hank, you'll know his work.
Hank Azaria, aside from being a singer of The Boss, is also an actor and a voice actor, and you've likely heard his voice before.
Hey, is there a butts here? See more butts?
That's right. Hank Azaria, the voice of many Simpsons characters, including bartender Mo Sislak.
Mo, Mo, Mo. How do you like me? How do you like me? Mo, Mo, Mo. Why don't you like me? Nobody likes me.
Who else is he called? What about Amanda Hug and Kiss? Is she there?
That's one of those ones. Yep, I don't have it on me here.
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Tons of voices for The Simpsons, and is coming to Summerfest June 27th, Uline Stage, to play this Bruce Springsteen show. It's something that he's been doing, and Hank Azaria joining us on Wisconsin's Morning News. Good morning, sir.
Good morning yourself. Thanks for having me.
So much to ask you about, but first, why the boss? Why Bruce Springsteen?
Well, he's the only rock star that I can imitate. That's the main thing.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
I've worshipped Bruce Springsteen's been my hero since I was about 12 years old. Growing up on the East Coast, it's kind of the law. You are exposed to Bruce Springsteen at a young age, and he enters most of our souls.
Well, and you guys must be pretty good, Hank, because I know members of the E Street Band have actually played with you. I mean, Max Weinberg, others, right?
Just Max. Just Max?
Just
Mighty Max Weinberg. Yeah.
That must have been amazing. Was he impressed with you all?
He was, and we were just getting started then. He might have been just being nice. I don't know. But we debuted this at I turned 60 a couple years ago, and we debuted this at my birthday party. I thought it might be fun to throw a reverse surprise party. Most of my friends are Springsteen fans, as I mentioned, and I told them all I had a Springsteen cover band coming, but I didn't tell them I'd been working for months to front it myself. And I'd known Maxx from Conan O'Brien days years ago, and he came to the party, and he was kind enough to jump up and play a few songs with us.
So when you work on The Voice, are you trying to be exactly the same sound, same cadence? Because it sure sounds like it.
Yeah, no, I'm a mimic. That's how I started in this crazy business, and I've been imitating a lot of my voices. Began as a young man out of hero worship. Guys I idolized. I really wanted to try to sound like them, and I found that I kind of could, so I kind of did. And Bruce was like the top of that list. There were others, like fun fact, I also loved Al Pacino growing up, but young Al, higher voiced Al, Godfather Al. I'm dying here. Everybody's coming down on me here. That Al. Now, fun fact, you take Al Pacino, young Al on one end, and Bruce Springsteen on the other end, right in the middle there. That's Motorbot.
There he is.
That's a mashup. Pacino and Springsteen. That makes Mo.
I can't believe we're having this conversation, right? I'll say, Hank, one of my favorite things to do is I do voices myself. Eric knows that. But so how would you describe your process? I've always said a voice imitation or an impression is like if you've ever had your caricature done by one of those drawing artists. They find that thing about you that maybe you got a big nose. Well, then your nose on the caricature drawing is giant.
Yeah.
When I do that, I try to find that one thing that's a telltale and really overemphasize that.
Yeah, some guys go about it that way. Dana Carvey, I think, most famously and successfully kind of finds a standout detail and riffs on it. I really I've always been able to mimic since I was a kid. I didn't know that everybody couldn't do it till I was like 11 or something. And I just always try to sound as exactly like the person that I'm trying to imitate as I can. And sometimes you fall short of that, but that creates an interesting character voice. Some of my voices on The Simpsons are just failed impressions that made their own kind of cool voice.
When did you realize that you could make a career out of that, out of using your voice as a tool?
Not until somebody offered me money to do it. I mean, I was about 22, 23 when I auditioned for The Simpsons, and started with the Mo voice there. And then like they added one a week for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I think that I kind of wanted to be an actor separate from the voice thing. And The Simpsons job really married those two skills. And because I've been working on the show now for 38 years, it's really like a laboratory for a voice guy or a character actor. Every week you got to do 3, 4, 5 new voices. So it sort of kept it alive.
He is Hank Azaria, voice actor and full-person actor, now lead singer of his own Bruce Springsteen tribute band that you can see here at Summerfest on Saturday. The second part of the chat is when we find out what Bruce Springsteen himself thinks of Hank's tribute performances and the unusual place Bruce saw Hank's performance. Keep it here on What's on Tap, live from Summerfest.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey there, WTMJ's Sandy Maxx here. Big news for Three Pillars Senior Living Communities. They've just been named one of the best senior living communities in the country by U.S. News and World Report, and they are the only community here in Wisconsin to earn best in every single category. That includes Best Continuing Care Retirement Community, Independent Living, Assisted Living, and Memory Care. And what makes that so meaningful? These rankings are based on feedback from the wonderful people who live there and their families. If you are starting to explore a more supportive, connective lifestyle, Three Pillars should absolutely be on your list. Learn more. Schedule a tour at 3pillars.org.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Struggling to provide for your family is a real thing, like having to choose between feeding them a warm meal or paying the utility bill. These are the choices many Milwaukee residents are faced with, which is why they turn to St. Vincent de Paul Society's meal program for help. Our meal program has been a consistent resource for those in need for over 42 years. Nutritious meals, warm showers, and clean clothes, all in a safe, family-friendly environment. Our mission is clear, and that's to help you break the cycle of poverty by connecting you with life-changing community and educational resources. Last year, we provided $2.2 million in goods and services, plus 57,000 warm meals. If you or anyone you know needs a warm evening meal, you can find us at Harambe Kitchen 5 nights a week on the northeast side of Milwaukee in the basement of All People's Church. And at Crossroads Kitchen on the south side of Milwaukee 6 nights a week on 9th and Madison. As always, we're grateful for community members and volunteers who help us help you. To learn more, visit svdpmilw.org.
Yes, I should be. Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora Borealis?
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
That, of course, is Superintendent Chalmers from The Simpsons, one of many memorable voices created by Emmy Award-winning actor Hank Azaria. Hank Azaria will be here Saturday at Summerfest, where I am broadcasting right now in the Palo Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. In addition to bringing characters like Professor Frink and Mo Sizlak and Chief Wigman, Duffman, comic book guy to life for nearly 4 decades, Hank Azaria is bringing his Easy Street Band to Summerfest on Saturday afternoon at 5:30. Actor Hank Azaria joined Wisconsin's Morning News to talk with Vince Vitrano and Eric Bilstad, and in this next part of the conversation, Hank Azaria talks about the lesson he learned from Leonard Nimoy and the bizarre moment Bruce Springsteen personally reached out to him with his review of the Easy Street Band.
How often are you asked to do one of the voices just in the everyday, you're out on the street? Is that a daily occurrence?
A comic book guy can answer that too many times. Too many times. No, I not that often, really. And I don't mind doing it. I love doing these voices, or I wouldn't do this, so it doesn't really bother me.
I'm so happy to hear that, because whatever it is that made someone famous, and Eric and I talk to a lot of performers in different walks, and some of them lean in and they love that, and some of them want to be disassociated with whatever that was. Like, I'm so tired of talking about this. I'd like to talk about my theater work.
I understand that. I've been through both of that. You know what my favorite example of that is? Remember Leonard Nimoy, who played Mr. Spock on the original Star Trek series? Yeah. So he was really, at a certain point, bummed out about being only known as Mr. Spock. And he wrote a book called I Am Not Spock. And then towards the end of his life, he sort of realized that he was very grateful for the joy that he brought people with that character, and that it meant so much to people. And he wrote a second book called I Am Spock. And I really relate to that. I understand how you can, as an actor, get bummed out about feeling typecast or known for one thing. And then I also understand being grateful that you touched anybody and that you were lucky enough to do anything that people liked.
I think for Nimoy, I'm sorry, dude, you're Spock. I don't know what you want me to tell you, right?
Oh, he accepted it. Yeah. He accepted it.
Hank Azaria joins us on Wisconsin's Morning News. His Bruce Springsteen band is coming to Summerfest. You've never been to Summerfest, have you?
Never been to Milwaukee or Summerfest, no. I can't believe I think I've been to every other city in the United States of America, but somehow I missed Milwaukee.
What's fascinating about Summerfest, though, and hopefully you get to enjoy it like this. Obviously, when you tour as much as you do and do these types of things, maybe it's too much energy, but it's all of these bands, all of these headliners, like literally stacked up next to each other on all these stages.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we've only been at this a couple of years. It really was a lark for my birthday. And then, all our net proceeds go to charity. And we raised a lot of money the night of my birthday, and I loved it. So I was like, why not keep doing this? And now, I'm obsessed with, as a mimic, as a professional voice guy, I'm now obsessed with making this sound as much like Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band as I can. And our band they're great musicians. And we've all been doing this together since the start of this. And so I've only played a couple of festivals. I'm really looking forward to we're playing a bunch this summer. I'm looking forward to that experience.
Hank Azaria is with us on Wisconsin's Morning News. Glad you brought up the foundation, Hank. Wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that, your 4 through 9 foundation. I think what's fascinating about it is you're kind of a fundraising engine, but you don't do the programming. You just spit that money back out into other important causes.
Yeah, giving has been, especially to education, has been a big part of my life for about 30 years now. And then eventually I was like, let me just form a foundation, because then the money's just set aside for that. And then you can decide, you raise a certain amount of money, then you can decide where you want to give it in the course of the year. And it's really gratifying. And I love raising money for the kids.
Hank Azaria and the Easy Street Band coming to Summerfest. Hey, we should ask you, what does the boss think? What is Bruce Springsteen said about this?
This is a crazy story. A friend of my son's 16, one of the dads I got friendly with at school. He's an oral surgeon here in New York, in Manhattan. And one day he's calling me on my cell phone. I'm on a plane. I can't answer. And then he sends me this video text of him from his office, with a mask on, about to do some oral surgery. I'm like, why is Jason sending me videos of himself from his office? And the camera pans over, and it's Bruce Springsteen saying, hey, Hank, it's Bruce Springsteen. I'm sitting here with a terrible toothache, but while I have a terrible toothache, I was fabulously entertained by your version of Prove It All Night, which I gotta say, you do a pretty darn good job of it. And that band is amazing. So I start to cry on this airplane and scream a little bit, and everybody thought I was out of my mind.
Well, congratulations on the success. Welcome to Milwaukee when you get here. It's so great to talk to you. Appreciate you giving us a couple of minutes.
Yeah, come check us out. If you're Springsteen fans, come see us. Let me know how much you think we sound like the boss.
Hank Azaria on Wisconsin's Morning News. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
June 27th, Summerfest, Hank Azaria and the E Street Band.
That is Saturday at 5:30 on the U-Line stage, one of the most unique bookings of Summerfest I've ever heard, and I expect that stage is going to be packed with both fans of Springsteen and The Simpsons. Next, Summerfest suggestions from one of my Good Karma Brands teammates who is ready to rock, ready to sway with some Wisconsin-connected country music and turn up the temperature this weekend. Next on What's on Tap.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring great tips on how to operate your home. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact NX Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at nxwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
Experience 90 years of history this week at the Fox and Hounds, the Up North Timbered Supper Club near Holy Hill. WTMJ's John Mercure here. It is my favorite place. Make some great memories at the Fox and Hounds. The Friday haddock fish fry is all you care to eat and one of the best. All other dinners are buy one, get one free. The pan-fried walleye, that's so good. The pecan-crusted salmon, my wife loves that. The spinach and cheese tortellini, the surf and turf, any entree, all buy one, get one free. Try the ribs. Desserts are buy one, get one free. Relax with an old-fashioned. Choose from 20 bourbons, more than 120 wines from around the world. Rustic bar, 8 unique dining rooms. The Fox and Hounds cuddles the Kettle Moraine Forest near Holy Hill. The summer drive is a Wisconsin must-see. Escape from your kitchen with a free dinner at the Fox and Hounds, serving from 4 p.m. Dine early. Saturday, buy one prime rib dinner, get one free. Enjoy Saturday lunch from 11 till 2. Visit foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Call and reserve your free dinner.
After a serious crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. Your future, your family's future, your quality of life. That's why knowledge and results matter in big truck cases. And not all law firms have the know-how or the resources to handle these complicated cases. At Gruberg Law Offices, we have the experience it takes to make sure you're protected. And there's never a fee until we win your case. Gruberg Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Hanging out with me here as I broadcast live from Summerfest at the Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. You are hearing Lizzie from Hailstorm. They are headlining on the Uline Warehouse stage tonight at 9:30. And music brings people together. It's such a fun topic of conversation. I was chatting in the office with one of my Good Karma Brands teammates. Her name is Samantha. And right now she shares her variety of Summerfest choices this weekend and next weekend.
My name is Sam Dunn with Good Karma Brands. My big 3 that I'm looking forward to. Number 1 is going to have to be Gene Simmons' band. I saw him play at Potawatomi Rockin' Brews a couple of years back, and it was the best thing in the world. I'm a huge Kiss fan. I've seen them 5 times in 25 years. You can expect me to be there early to get a front row seat. I may even have to paint my face in his honor for being the demon, they call him, back in Kiss. Might need to also show him my Kiss tattoo. We'll have to see. Number 2 is going to have to be Russell Dickerson. I've seen him several times, and he always puts on a good show. His wife is actually a Wisconsin native, so he always makes the concerts here feel a bit more personal. Plus, it's country in the summer. You can't go wrong there, right? Last but not least, Sean Paul. He takes me back to the early 2000s when they made the Now CDs. I'm looking forward to seeing him and Flo Rida. Very excited. Can't wait to have a dance party with it.
She is Samantha Dunn, one of my Good Karma Brands teammates, and her wide variety of musical choices. Flo Rida, July 3rd. Sean Paul, July 2nd. Russell Dickerson this Saturday on the BMO Pavilion at 10 o'clock. And Gene Simmons Band, July 3rd. Summerfest.com or the Summerfest app is going to get you all those schedules. Thank you very much to Major Goolsby's for feeding us tonight. A good old cheeseburger does this girl really well. And thank you to Isaac Marquardt back at the studio. Also, Naya and Maxx for helping keep all the technology going. And thank you for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. I am Sandy Maxx. Hope to see you here at Summerfest.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management.